Hello and welcome to GBR. You find us today racing with the guys from the MRC in the Infinity Season 13. This is round 6 at Suzuka. For this one we are in the Group 3 machinery. And after 10 minutes of qualifying, Dark Clark has put it on pole in the Genesis. In second place we have Tommy in the Lambo. Third place we have Fabuki in the Toyota. Fourth place we have Toby in the Lamborghini, and clearly can't park it in his pit box or start box. In fifth place we have Kevin in the Mercedes. In sixth we have Martin R in the Porsche. In seventh we have Tim in the Honda. Eighth place we have Fat Pickles in the McLaren. Ninth we have Midnight in the Toyota. 10th place we have Moose in the Ferrari. In 11th is Leeds driving the Genesis, and in 12th place is Golden Brownie in the Honda. So that is your drivers for this race. I'm just going to make sure I'm coming through live before I do this. Come on, phone. There we go. Nope. Give me a second, guys, sorry. I might want to skip it forward about 10 seconds, just to skip me talking. Skip it forward about 10 seconds. There we go. Cool, coming through. Let's get this one underway. Let's jump to the front. So yeah, an hour here at Suzuka. Rain apparently is forecast at some point, so we will see with that one. 5 lights are out and away we go. Good start there from Dark Clark off the line. Everyone seems to be off fairly well as we're coming down towards turn 1. Looks like we're going 3 wide between Fabuki, Tim and Fabuki. Was that Fabuki gets pushed off wide? It was. Someone else went off a little bit deep as well, but Fabuki's had joined back in 12th place, so not a great start there for Fabuki. I think just being 3 wide coming in turn 1, it's a bit of a not a no-go, but going to be hard, especially on the cold tyres. Tommy there up to second, Toby third, or Tommy was in second anyway, so Toby up to third. Kevin there having a run on Toby, coming up towards the Degners. No, it's not Degners, is it? It is Degners. Yeah, Degner 1 and 2. I always get this and Monza's turns mixed up. Tim there in 5th place. Moose up to 6th. A cracking start there for Moose at the beginning of this race. Martin R to 7th. Fat Pickles in 8th. Golden Brownie up to 9th place. Leeds is up 1. And Fabuki and Midnight, the 2 Toyotas at the back of the grid at the moment. So not a great start for the 2 Toyotas at the moment. But as we're going to be rounding a spoon onto the back straight. Dark Clark's just leading the way. Obviously Kevin's got ahead of Toby now, and is going to be fighting for time to catch up to Tommy in front of him. But we've got Moose and Tim going side by side through 130R. Tim runs it out wide, keeps it pinned, not going to let that position off. Someone's spinning in the background. Bollards are going flying, but Moose has got that position over Tim. Martin R there in behind, having a look as well. Let's see, who was it? It was Fat Pickles. Oh, did he get it a little bit wrong? It looks like through 130R. He's all by himself there. Just ran it. Oh, he ran it onto the green stuff and just bottomed out on the exit curb. So that's unfortunate there for Fat Pickles. So he's going to get underway back in 12th place now. But Dark Clark comes across the line to start the second lap in first, ahead of Tommy Kevin in third, Toby in fourth. There's a big gap now between Toby and now Moose in fifth place. Tim there, it looks like he was under attack from Martin R, but holds it off. Moose went a little bit deep there through the first turn into the S's section. Leads there, he's got ahead of Golden Brownie now for 8th place. Golden Brownie 9th, Fubuki there, right up behind it. We're going to go wide turn 1 on the first lap. He's still with the main pack in 10th place. Midnight there, he's just dropped off a little bit. He's on the mediums compared to Fubuki's softs. Obviously all 3 tyre compounds have to be used. No, it's not. 2 compounds have to be used in this race unless the rain comes in. Fat Pickles are in 12th, but it looks like the top 3 are just breaking away a little bit here from Toby. Toby's on the mediums, so are the front 2. So yeah, Kevin's the only one on the softs at the moment. That's why he's caught that gap up a little bit to Tommy in front of him. Moose there, just keeping ahead of Tim for the time being. You can see on that mini map already there, big gap between 4th and 5th. Martin R, he looks for a move up the inside of first part of Spoon. Probably better to wait until the back straight here than Fubuki there on the inside of Golden Brownie. Is he going to make this too wide coming up towards 130R? Yes, he will. He's going to pull to the inside of Golden Brownie. Who's going to back out first? Well, they're going to try and go side by side through here. Golden Brownie just runs it in super deep. He's going to lose that position to Fubuki. A little bit of contact there, probably a little bit of dirty tyres there from Golden Brownie coming into the Casio triangle. Just loses that one position to Fubuki now. Going to be a bit of time before Golden Brownie's tyres clean up. Leeds there, he's got past Tim. How did Leeds get past Tim? Coming out of the Casio triangle. Just runs it that little bit. Leeds looks like he had a good drive. What tyres Leeds on? Mediums as well. So yeah, just a good drive looks like from Leeds out of the last corner and slips in front of Tim for 7th place. So Leeds is on a charge forward at the moment. Obviously not the best qualifying, started in 11th. So yeah, moving his way up the field as we go at the moment. Martin R, he got past Tim as well. So yeah, Tim just didn't have a very good end of lap 2. Kevin there, he's got the fastest lap of the race. It's only 2 laps in, so that could potentially change depending on the weather. So he's on the softs in dirty air, but he's also getting a slipstream down these long straights. But he's right up the rear end of Tommy at the moment as we're coming up towards the hairpin. Goes to the outside. Is he going to try and do the old switcheroo? No, he can't do it. Tommy gets it powered out nicely. Coming out of the hairpin. Leeds there, still behind Martin R, Tim, Fubuki, Golden Brownie, Midnight, and Fat Pickles isn't too far behind. He's got nearly 3 seconds on Midnight, just that last lap. So yeah, Fat Pickles isn't out of it. He is on the softs. That's probably why he's been able to close that gap up quite considerably on the last lap, using all the softs that he can to get there. But Dark Clark still out in front. Tommy there, he's still got Kevin right behind him as we're coming into 130R. Kevin's going to be getting that dirty air through there. That's going to be slowing him down just that little bit, but just can't then get close enough in towards the Casio triangle to stick his nose up the inside. It's a long enough nose on that Merc, probably the longest nose on the grid, so it wouldn't be too hard to stick it up the inside of the Lambo, which is obviously quite a short stocky car by the looks of it compared to some of the other cars. Into the first corner we go, and just looking down the leaderboard, it looks like everyone's kind of just starting to spread out a little bit. Tim's a bit overtaken by Fubuki now, but obviously Fubuki on them soft tyres, trying to work his way back. Obviously started it near enough at the front, so wanted them softs to pull away from the rest of the field. What was the lap time difference? Only half a second the last time round, so has Fat Pickles already worn a bit too much of his softs out. But yeah, the race at the front here between Tommy and Kevin. Kevin had a look there on the second Degner, couldn't get it done. And up towards the hairpin we go. Yeah, just dropped off a couple of car lengths now, has Kevin, as we round through this hairpin. Everyone else to say this all just starts to spread out at the moment. But I say, if this rain does come in, then it's going to be who can manage the tyres and the wet weather conditions. We shall see. Obviously, we know that the Group 4 Lambo is a four-wheel drive, and the same as the Genesis is also four-wheel drive. So all the other cars would be struggling, but this is only Group 3, so most of them either FR or MR cars. Going to be struggling a little bit with the MR, I think, on the getting the traction down all the way on the rear end. It's just kind of trying to probably spit it out a little bit. So the FR cars might have a little bit more of a advantage come the rain. But Toby there, he's really caught up to the rear end of Kevin. Kevin's not had a great lap, but that'll be probably the difference in the soft compared to the mediums. The soft's just starting to wear out, and the mediums really only just getting up to temperature. Well, they've already got up to temperature in the first half a lap or so, but yeah, they're just not wearing out hardly as much as the softs. Moose there, he's just dropped back a little bit to Martin Art. He had pulled a little bit of a gap, but lost 8 tenths on the last lap. That'll be how Moose has dropped off from these guys as well. Dropped 6 tenths, so yeah, Moose on the last lap losing a bit of time to the cars ahead, and obviously the cars behind run it out wide there through, I think is it Dunlop or Coca-Cola, one of the two. Can't remember what the name is for that left-hander coming out of the S's. He's there in a 7th. He's got Fabuki closing in pretty much the same lap time last time around, 2 tenths lap before, so Fabuki seems to have kind of stalled a little bit on these soft tyres at the moment. As we are coming up to 10 minutes so far of this race. Tim there in 9th, just ahead of his teammate Golden Brownie in 10th place. Midnight there in 11th, seems to be struggling on their mediums. Maybe it would have been worth potentially putting them softs on to try and move up the field early on, like some of the other drivers have. Fat Pickles there, 202.1, so yeah, he did catch up a little bit on Midnight the last time that round as well. So yeah, Fat Pickles still pushing forward, and I have just noticed that Toby has got ahead of Kevin, not too sure where. Oh, into the hairpin. Toby got this move done for that 3rd spot on the outside, coming round the hairpin, using, somehow there's grip out there, and he's been able to use it and just power his way past Kevin. I think Kevin is struggling a little bit on them soft tyres now. They're coming up to halfway warm. But obviously, how long will the fuel last as well? Because I think we started 60% fuel, so he'd be about half a tank with nearly half worn tyres. There's no other Greek drivers in this one. Obviously, the servers just weren't stable enough for them to join this one. So Kevin fighting by himself for his team in this one, but doing a good job there in 4th at the moment. Moose there, he's got Martin R right up behind him. Martin R on the mediums as well. He's got a bit more fuel than Moose, so maybe try and be able to push it that extra lap than Moose can. It'll be interesting to see when the rain comes, if they have to pit before or if they've timed it to perfection. Lee's there in 7th. He's still hanging on to these drivers in front of him. Fabuki's just dropped off the rear end of Leeds. They did do the same lap time before, and he's just dropped about 8 tenths also from the back end. That'll probably be the tyre wear, not massively different between Leeds and Fabuki, but just enough. Tim there, did he catch up? No, just a couple of tenths to Fabuki. Ooh, Golden Brownie getting it wide coming out of Declan 2 under the crossover. Is that going to leave him vulnerable for attack from Midnight? No, but Midnight's going to really close that gap up on the apex of the hairpin. Just can't get the power down, it seems, in that Toyota Supra to try and get past Golden Brownie up towards Spoon. But he might try and do the same thing that Fubuki done and get the exit out of Spoon and try and make it too wide in towards 130R. Dark Clark still leads the way. He's got Tommy, Tommy fairly close behind him at the moment. Not really been able to drop Tommy so far. Tommy does go fastest. Kevin very close to the inside wall. Maybe he thought he had a good lap. No, not too sure why he was super tight on the exit of the last corner across the start finish line. Moose has still got Martin R right behind him coming through this Estes section. But just obviously the dirty air from these cars, you just really can't get too close, especially when there's a lot of corners like this. You're just going to fall back a couple of attempts and just stay there, unless you've got a massive tyre advantage. But Moose goes purple through the first sector, so Moose is still pushing here in 5th place. And you can see he has opened up a couple of car lengths over Martin through that. That would just be the nice clean air that he's got compared to Martin R. But Kevin is really dropping off the back of the top 3 now, so the medium seems to be the way to go at the moment, but who knows? The clouds don't look like they're coming in at the moment, but keep an eye on the sky, and when the shadows start to go, it gets a little bit darker, then you know that the rain is imminent at some point. But will Kevin be able to make it to the rain before it comes down? Because he's the first runner on the softs at the moment. The next one is Fubuki, and everyone else actually is on the Fat Pickles as well. He's on the softs. Looks like he's losing now time. The crossover looks like it's happened between the mediums and the softs. So that soft side just going to start to die off slowly at the moment. But there we go round for another lap. Will Kevin come in this lap? He is losing a bit of time now. No, he's going to push on and carry going for lap 8. But yeah, 202's the last 4 laps. The guys in front are doing 201s, 2.5, well, yeah, half 201s roughly, mid 201s even, sorry. So yeah, he's losing half a second or so to the guys in front each lap at the moment, just due to the tyre wear. Moose there, he's been able to gain a couple of attempts over Martin R yet to set his fastest lap of the race. Last time only 6 attempts off from Tommy, so is Moose going to try and make a late surge in this first stint towards the top 4. Lee's there, he's doing about the same lap times as Martin R in front, just can't seem to close that gap at all at the moment. Tyre wear pretty much identical for the two of them. Can't say the same for Fubuki, but he is on the softs, so yeah, that tyre wear is not looking pretty at the moment. So how many more laps will these guys on the softs go before they have to think about coming into the pit? But obviously I know there's rain on the cards for this race. Fubuki with his wiper on, I just thought, it is raining, but no, that wiper will go off when it rains. So just keep an eye out when you see Fubuki's wiper turn off, it's raining. Tim there in 9th, Midnight there in 10th, so he's got past Golden Brownie, probably on the last lap, 1.9, Golden Brownie with 3.1, so yeah, 1.1 seconds off the last time round. I think that's where Midnight got past Golden Brownie. Now he's going to be charging up to the rear end of Tim in front of him for that 9th position. But Kevin, he's gone round again Fubuki. He's going to go... Ooh! The rear light is flashing on Fubuki's car. Is it flashing on the rear end? Tim's wipers are going on. Yeah, so the rear lights are flashing now. So the rain is here. It has got darker pretty much in one lap. These clouds have just really rolled in. Fat Pickles, he's going to go try and go for the undercut. I guess he's going to try and put the wet tyres on. But there is no rain on the radar. If you look bottom left, next to where the timing is and the tyres, you'll see there's a tiny little white line appearing. That's the weather meter. Obviously, once that gets across the first line, then it is declared a wet race. So at the moment, it's not a wet race, but once it is above that line, it will be. And that'll be when you can just use any tyres you want. Yeah, you can really see the rain coming down now as we're looking at Tommy's car in towards the hairpin. And wipers and all the lights are flashing on the car to not warn the car, but just to kind of indicate to the car in front when it gets that bad that where they are on track. But yeah, that weather meter is very slowly rising. So the soft tyres did work out early on in the stint, but with how late this rain's come, these softs are not looking too nice. And Moose is absolutely flying up to the rear end of Kevin now, with his only the third worn mediums on his car. Martin, he brought his tyres down to about halfway, but yeah, obviously Kevin was up fighting for third place, and now he's going to be defending for fourth on the end of this lap. So will Kevin come in? Will any of the front guys come in? That is the question. Will they do one more? Yes, they will. Top three go round once again. Is Kevin coming in this time round? Yes, he is. Moose is coming in as well. Martin R goes round. Leeds goes round. Fubuki's going to go round. Tim, he's going to go round for one more as well. So it's midnight. So the rain just hasn't hit enough at the moment. Golden Brownie's gone round again. So only two have pitted this lap round. Fat Pickles, he went to soft tyres, so he just couldn't make them softs last. Just that one more lap potentially. But we'll see what tyres that Moose and Kevin come out on. Moose had used a little bit more fuel by the looks of it than Kevin had. We're going to 79 there for Kevin, and he's come out on the mediums. Oh, so was that just that? Looked like it was just a little flurry of rain at the moment. Moose has come out on the inters, so a complete mixture of strategy here. There is no rain on the track, not even wet. The wipers have gone off. So is that a pit stop mistake there from Moose's team to put him on the inters this early, or was it Kevin's team? Who knows? We'll find out in 40 minutes time, you know, once the race is over. But it does depend on when the rain comes. So these guys are praying for that rain to come in now, if it does, because they are very low on fuel and probably not going to make another lap, especially not Tommy. I don't know if Dark Clark will be able to push for one more. Cameraman clearly doesn't want to look. Yes, Tommy's coming in this time. Toby comes in. Martin R in fourth place. He's going to have to come in. His fuel's very low. So is Leeds. The cameramans are really shocking here on this last corner. You can't see if they're coming in. Fubuki's come in. Midnight, he's going to be coming in. Tim's coming in. Golden Brownie comes in. So yeah, everyone's coming in apart from Dark Clark. He's going around for one more. Is that the choice? Because there's no rain yet. Where is Dark Clark? He's at the other end of the track. There is no rain there. And Fat Pickles hasn't got any rain on his bit. So this could be the strategy here for Dark Clark. Just out that one extra lap because the rain isn't here. We'll see what the tyres that people go on to. So Tommy, he's come out on the intermediates. Toby's come out intermediates. So clearly the rain is on its way. Kevin's got his wipers on. Ooh, a little tap there to Toby. Does he yield the position back? Yes, he does. So yeah, that's fair driving there from Kevin, letting the car that he did. Obviously, different of tyres at the moment, but oh, here comes the rain. Everyone's got their wipers on now, and that weather meter is coming up. But Moose has lost time. That one extra lap that he came in has cost Moose 3 positions. Fat Pickles, he's going to have to come in probably at the end of this lap. He's set the fastest lap of the race, and if it stays wet to the end, he will get that extra point, because he's done it on the softs with the track a bit more worn in than with the laps that have been put down. But yeah, looks like this rain, yes, it has become a wet race. That weather meter has gone over that first line. Fabuki there on into his Golden Brownie. He's on the softs. He's changed tyres and he's put the softs on. Was that a mix-up in the pits? Did they forget to bring the inters out or the wets to put on his car? But clearly a mix-up for Golden Brownie's team. Tim there, he's on the inters, and Midnight's on the inters. So pretty much everyone on the inters. We'll see what Dark Clark does. See if he was be able to hold that first place. Just going that extra lap, because obviously this rain has really come down now in the second half of the lap for, I would say, Dark Clark, because he was about half a lap ahead of how long the pit stop is. But yeah, he's putting fuel in at the moment, so it looks like Dark Clark's going to be able to come out in first, so that potentially was a good choice for him. He's filled it, brimmed it to the max. He's coming out of the pits. You could just see his little gamer tag above his car as Tommy comes across the line, or came across the line. So yeah, Dark Clark able to stretch out that gap to Tommy, and it's actually got to wet tyre conditions now. And there's people spinning all over. Fabuki's spinning, and Kevin's spinning. He's having to come in now to change from their medium, same as Fat Pickles. So the two guys that stayed out or had to pit early for dry tyres have had to come back in again. Golden Brownie, he's still going out. He's spinning in front of Midnight. That's great crash in there from Golden. Clearly didn't go in the pits, or the pit lane weren't ready for him for his wet tyres. But interesting why he's gone round one more lap when this track is absolutely soaking. So I'll run through the grid as we currently stand. After 24 minutes, Dark Clark leads the way in first place, just ahead of Tommy in second. They've got a bit of a gap now over Toby in third. Martin R there in fourth. Lee's there in fifth with a little half-second penalty. Moose in sixth. And a bit of a gap now to Tim in seventh place. Fabuki in eighth. Midnight there in ninth place, just behind his teammate. So it shows that the softs and the mediums between these two really didn't matter too much. Because Fabuki came in lap 11. Yeah, they both came in on lap 10. So that little spin that Fabuki had at the end of lap 11 has really cost him. Golden Brownie there in 10th place, but he's going to be dropping probably behind Kevin. Now he's gone to the wet tyres. He's probably only go on the wets at the moment. Yeah, and Fat Pickles there in 12th. So these two have got quite a bit of work to catch up to the guys up ahead. Obviously that extra pit stop has not benefited them one bit. Just trying to have a look to see if there's any close battles on track. Martin R and Leeds are fairly close to one another. A little mistake here or there, running it wide will potentially concede a key position. Obviously Leeds has got a bit of a gap to Moose, but look at the tyre wear on Moose's tyres compared to everyone else's. They are just a fraction red. Moose's tyres have taken a good 10%. Oh, and that would be why Moose just lit up the rears coming out of the first corner and went into barrier. Yeah, as I was saying, that 10% that he's taken off them tyres, just a little bit wear off the top of them inters. He's paying for it, just that extra 1 lap early. But just like Tim there, what was the lap? 21.20, so okay. Midnight there with 20.4, so how far is he behind? He's about 8 seconds, about 10 seconds behind Tim at the moment. Fubuki looks like he conceded that position to Midnight as well on the last lap. Kevin he in 10th, quite a bit behind, nearly about 30 seconds behind Fubuki, so we'll see if them wet tyres do pay dividends for him, because obviously there is a bit of a difference. When it is fully wet, you can run these tyres pretty much as hard as you can. Where the inters, you've got to be a little bit careful, you've got to be skating around on track. Pickles there, he's got past Golden Brownie, who's still running around on the soft tyres, so not really sure what's happened to his pit crew. Might have all fallen asleep early doors and not realised it's even rained, and not given Golden Brownie the call to come into the pits for the intermediate tyres, which looks like the tyre to go to for everyone at the moment. This is a battle now for third place. We've got Toby, Leeds and Martin. Leeds is absolutely flying. 17.8 for Leeds the last time round, but Toby done a 20.3 and Martin done a 19.2, so yeah, Leeds is on the charge. And don't forget, at the beginning he started in 11th place. Oh, Toby's gone out wide. That's going to give Leeds and Martin are 3rd and 4th place now, so Toby really struggling on these intermediate tyres at the moment to get it stopped, and it's even turned in because he's just losing more and more time. So this Lamborghini, alright, it's in Group 4, it's a full drive, it's sticky as hell but in the rain, but the Group 3 car seems to be a bit of a handful here at Suzuka. Looks like Moose dropped off a little bit that time around. Tim there, 17.1. I think he's the fastest of everyone on the last lap, so Tim on a charge to catch back up to Moose in front of him. Midnight with a 17.1 as well. All pretty much 4 thousandths difference between Tim and Midnight. Buki with an 18.3, getting it lit up through Degner 2. Luckily he doesn't go off track, keeps it on the track with 16.3 for Kevin. So that'd be where the wets are coming in at the moment. Obviously the track is still wet, but it is drying. In Kansas it's about halfway on that weather meter. That Pickles 16.8 as well, so maybe it just depends on where you are on track when the rain stops. And Golden Brownie, I've had a word in from his pit crew. They forgot to bring any inters and wet tyres to this racetrack. It's Suzuka, it's gonna rain. So a rookie mistake there from Golden Brownie's team. So he's gonna have to run around the race on the soft tyres. So it's just gonna be a matter of survival and not take anyone out by the looks of it. But I did see someone spinning. Oh, it was Moose. He was getting caught by Tim a couple of seconds on the last lap. Did he run it in too hot through 130R? Oh, he got on the curb, onto the other curb, and bam, straight into the barrier. That's allowed Tim just to sweep through into 6th place. He luckily joins back on track when there's no one else behind him, but that's just going to cost him even more time. Looks like Moose has been struggling a little bit. Everyone else is doing 17, 18s, and he's on a 21. This lap's going to be fairly similar, 20 to Tim's 2-minute 12. So this track is really drying out now. I don't think that Kevin's going to be able to do a 2-minute 12, but he's still not near the line at the moment. Midnight there with 2-minute 11, so yeah, Midnight really has come alive on these inters. Struggled a little bit on the first stint on their mediums, but give this man wet weather and he seems to be absolutely flying with it. 2:11.8. I don't think anyone else would have probably got close to that. No, Even the guys at the front are doing 2:13. So yeah, if Midnight had a good or a better opening stint, he could be really right up there, fighting for a potential podium position. But we still have 29 minutes left to go. We don't know what this weather's going to do. I'm just going to have a quick drinks break whilst we watch the battle for what's happened to Leeds. Leeds has binned it on this lap. It looks like he's just dropped off from third place. Yeah, quick drinks break. Back in a sec. Martin Harlow with a half-second penalty. He's not going to lose any positions for that. Obviously, everyone has kind of spread out a little bit. Golden Brownie's getting blue flags from the guys behind, so he's already going to be one lap down. Now, there goes Dark Clark through, and Tommy goes through as well. So these two keep fairly honest with each other, pretty much similar lap times. Tommy seems a little bit quicker in the last couple laps. Yeah, about 4 tenths over the last 3 laps, which isn't much, but obviously it's keeping Dark Clark honest. So any little mistake from Dark Clark, and Tommy's going to be there to potentially snatch that first place off him at the moment. Oh, that's Golden Brownie. I thought it was Tim, because they're both driving the Honda. Toby there in third place, a little bit lonely now at the moment. Martin R in fourth, he's got the lead right up his rear end again. Looks like the rain's coming down a little bit more now at the moment as we're coming out through the S's section. Rear ends, it's very good car control from the majority of these guys on this circuit, not to bin it and push it as hard as they can at the moment. Tim there in 6th, 2 minute 10. So yeah, Tim is really flying up. Oh, Martin R, did he get it wrong through Degner too? Literally must have just changed camera at the wrong time. Yeah, he just gets a little bit deep. Leeds just does give him a little tap there on the exit. Martin's not happy with that. He's flashing his headlights. We'll see what the stewards think about that one. But Martin R just returns the favour there on the exit of the hairpin, so a bit of tit for tat. So yeah, I'm sure the stewards wouldn't be too happy about that, but let them race. Obviously, wet conditions, there is going to be a bit of bumping and barging between drivers trying to control the car. But Lee does just get that 4th place off of Martin, but will Martin try and get back past him? He looks up the inside of Spoon. Leeds runs it out wide. Little love tap there on the exit. They're side by side. They're going to be side by side up towards 130R. If they go side by side through here, I'm going to close my eyes and open them up after. No, they're not. They're going to slip in behind. Here's Martin R. Thinks better of it. Doesn't want to run it side by side and end up causing a death to Leeds. But he's going to try and hang it round the outside, as he know, through Casio Triangle. Obviously, all this battling these two are doing, Tim is just licking his lips, closing that gap to these two. But obviously, once he gets there, will he be able to get past? Because they're pretty much hogging the whole road at the moment, these two. I don't think they're going to let anyone get past, but Martin R did have a good exit out of the last corner. Leeds was a bit sideways, but it just couldn't use the power of the Porsche to get past that Genesis in front of him. But yeah, what are these two? 2:19 to 2:15, so 4 seconds that Tim caught up on the last lap. Looks like the front is closing up a little bit. Yeah, Dark Clark's lost 2 seconds to Tommy now. So the fight for first is hotting up at the moment. And the fight for fourth has been hotting up for a whole lap already. It doesn't look like these two are coming anywhere. Leeds there, sideways, coming out of the S. He's still sideways on the exit. As I say, incredible car control from these guys. You know, You don't want to be doing this on the regular. Midnight there in 7th place, 2:17. Yes, he is catching these guys in front. He's got about 15 seconds or so to 15, about 12 seconds to Tim in front of him. So it's about 14 seconds to Martin R, where that battle really is. And Fubuki's gone to make wet sandcastles. They're going to be very sticky, and that's going to cost Fubuki some time. He's going to have really dirty tyres. They're going to get in them grooves. Is that sand? It's going to be a nightmare to try and get that sand out of them for a good 3 or 4 corners, I would think. Moose there. Did he pit? It looks like Moose has pitted because his winters are now nice and fresh again. So yeah, Moose has dropped back from, I don't know where he was, about 6th or so. He's dropped behind Midnight and Fubuki, right into the clutches of Kevin, who's probably loving being on these wet tyres in these conditions. Obviously when it starts to dry out, they are going to wear out a little bit quicker. Fat Pickles there in 11th place, Golden Brownie there a lap down in 12th place. He's just going to have to hang it out on these softs. You can see how delicate he's being with that throttle. Only half, 3/4 of his throttle is being applied. Coming round it's kind of off the throttle, so yeah, just delicate pace here from Golden Brownie there. 3:08 the last time round, where even Fat Pickles were 2:18, so losing 40 seconds a lap just by being on the wrong tyres. Start Clark there, they gained a little bit and gained 4 tenths on Tommy the last time around. Toby there in 3rd place all by himself. He's there, he's opened up a little bit of a gap to Martin R, but here is the man that has been catching Tim. Got another 1.5 seconds to Martin the last time round. Was it 2.5 seconds? Yeah, and about 8 tenths on leads. So Tim seems to be really good in the kind of upper stages of the indication. To everyone else at the moment really is motoring. Will we be able to get past these two and catch up to Toby? I think it's going to be a hard ask. We've got just over 20 minutes of the race to go. I think it's going to be hard for Tim to potentially catch up to Toby, but anything can happen. You've seen guys spinning. Fubuki span it a couple laps back. It can happen to anyone. Just getting it on the white line, even on the except corner, will just cause that. Midnight there, 25. So Midnight must have had a little bit of an off on the last lap. Kevin there with a 20.4 in 8th place. Fubuki there. He was ahead of Kevin, so yeah. I'm guessing Fubuki's binned it again on the last lap, or has he binned it this lap? No, he might have binned it this lap because he's lost a little bit of time to Kevin as well. His time should be lower than Kevin's, and it's actually higher. So yeah, Fubuki not doing too well the last couple of laps here, which is allowing Fat Pickles to close up to him. It's hard to tell exactly how far there is behind because obviously Fubuki has a little off, it seems. But it looks like Moose. What's happened to Moose? He's dropped back down to 11. Oh, he's had a spin this lap as well. So it's all happening now. This rain's really coming down. The guys on the inters are struggling. So yeah, for Kevin, probably be flying at the moment. But obviously, with that early pit stop that he had to make to get off them softs, if he'd been able to go one more lap, he could be potentially in this fight for the lead. Lee's still drifting it through the left-hander out the S's in towards Degner's. Martin R's really caught up to the rear end of him. Looks like Tim's just struggled a little bit. No, he was faster the last time round. He's just obviously struggled, I guess, this lap to keep up with these two. Martin R's just had a pretty good first sector and just pulled up to the rear end of Leeds. The fight for the first place is so stable, these two. They're literally tit for tat on lap times. One gains the second, half a tenth or 1/10, and the other one gains out another half a tenth. It's for each split. And at the moment, I would not want to put money on either of these two for the win, because I would not know. Oh, and talk commentator's curse on Tommy there. He just got it wrong coming through 130R, and that's just slipped him back a good 5 seconds or so from Dark Clark. So Dark Clark has been able to breathe a little bit now. What is the gap between Tommy? About 7-8 seconds now. So the big gap that Dark Clark's opened up over Tommy just from that little mistake that Tommy had. Now Tommy's got Toby right behind him by about 3 seconds. So big loss there for Tommy. This is unfortunate. Who's that? I'm guessing that's Golden Brownie. Here I see blue flags or big blue LED lights being shown. Yes, it was. Obviously, when you see an extra car, you think, where the hell's that coming from? But it was only me. Leeds are in 4th place. He's trying to weather that storm from the sky and from Martin R behind him. Doing a good job at the moment. Both these two. Martin R's got a little bit more fuel than at Leeds. Tim there, he's got a little bit less. So I think it's all going to be about fuel as well. If this rain stays up, will all these guys make it to the end? Because they all pitted about 20 minutes in. And they've got 20 minutes to go with less than half a tank there for Tim. Midnight there in 7th place. About the same. Kevin there, obviously he could come in an extra lap later, so I suppose he's got a little bit more fuel. Just going to absolutely burn it up as much as he can to catch up to Midnight. What's he doing lap time wise? Yeah, he's doing 2:20s, and Midnight's doing 2:24s on average the last 3 laps since this rain's really come back down. So yeah, 3 to 4 seconds a lap that Kevin's taken out of Midnight. And what was the gap between them? About 20 seconds. So if the rain stays up, that's what, 5 laps? Oh, with Midnight, yeah, he keeps it on the track. That's probably why. That's probably the difference between the inters and the medium, inters and the wets. Sorry, the wets will not really kick out as much as that. Enough to get off the throttle. Vicky there in 9th place. Yeah, he just had 2 bad laps there, 45 and 31. It's unfortunate there for Buki. He was doing well to catch up to some of these guys. Fat Pickles there in 10th place. Only about 8 seconds behind for Buki. So this race could potentially hot up between these two. Moose there in 11th. Looks like he is struggling a little bit on these inters. At the moment, Golden Run is still rolling around on his soft tyres. Nothing else he can do at the moment. But Tommy and Toby, looks like that gap's really come down between the two of them. What was it, lap time? Yeah, 1.2 seconds the last time Toby took out of his teammate Tommy on lap 20. Tim has got past Martin R. That must have only just happened. Martin R got ahead of Leeds coming out of the last corner. Leeds lighting up the rear end. Martin R just getting the power down. But Leeds hasn't got, I don't know if Leeds has got traction on or not. Obviously each driver toggles it if they want it or not through the race. But it looks like Martin R got it a little bit wrong through turn 1. Yeah, just a fraction touched that green painted Astro on the exit, the exit part of turn 1, leading into the second part of turn 1. And that's just dropped the hard work that he is pushing on Leeds, all undone from one little mistake. And Tim also just says thank you very much and sneaks into 5th place with Martin R there, trying to go around the outside here of Tim to make it the inside for this left-hander, but just can't do it. Obviously you want to be off the racing line, that's where all the marbles and the grip is in the wet, because the racing line is nice and slick and it's not going to give you as much grip. Looking racy, trying to get past Tim, probably not the best place to do it in towards Degner 1. It's quite it tightens quite a bit on the apex and the exit. Trying to go too wide there is really going to be slow. But is Tim going to go for the move here on Leeds? He's going to be on the inside. Never always the best way to be. And allow Martin R to get underneath Tim, but he's going to be on the outside for his left-hander. Oh, Leeds in front. Just wiggling his ass in front of Martin R. Martin R's having to go around the outside, is he, of Leeds? No, he's gone for the cutback. Little wiggle on the middle of Spoon here. They're going to be side by side. Once again coming out of Spoon. Who's going to be the bravest one here? No, it looks like Martin R's been able to get the drive and get past Leeds. So Martin R clearly getting more comfortable with these conditions and pushing on. He did drop behind Tim at the beginning of the lap, but he's pushed it too much and run it out wide through 130R. Is that going to allow Tim to try and have a look up the inside? Martin R goes for a move back underneath Tim. Underneath Leeds, sorry. So, yeah, Martin R being really quite aggressive at the moment to try and get ahead of Leeds and try and pull away maybe. Now that he's seen that Tim's been able to fly up behind him. Doesn't want to make this a three-way battle, but it has happened now. It is free for 4th place. No one else really on track. It is having a battle. Everyone's fairly evenly spaced. I know Toby and Tommy are fairly close by about a second or so. So I am keeping my eye on that as well on the leaderboard. And if I do notice a change, I will jump back and have a look. But yeah, Martin R seems to be able to pull a car leg for 2 over Leeds through the S's section. But Leeds is obviously absolutely flooring it on the exits, just drifting it here round the left-hander. Seems to do it every lap, which is just going to, I would say, wear out the rear tyres, but they're probably so cold that not even really giving him much grip, and that's why he's drifting it. It's just allowing Martin R just to pull away from Leeds at the moment. As we're coming into the final 12 minutes of this race, so only about another 4, maybe 5 laps, depending on the rain or how it eases up, if it does at all. But Leeds there still drifting it through this. Oh, Tim there, he's doing the same as well, coming through the right-hander towards Spoon. Midnight there, he's still steadily being caught there by Kevin. This weather not easing off at all. Yeah, all the Inters drivers are doing 22s. Kevin's the only one in the 19s, but these guys at the front are... Oh, Dark Clark's... It's like he's just eased off a little bit. He's doing 21s, he's done a 20.8. Tommy's trying to make up for that mistake that he had, a 19.8, so caught a second that time around. Pulled a couple attempts over Toby in 3rd. Martin R still leads this little freeway battle for 4th place. How long have we got? Yeah, we've got 11 minutes, so I'm going with another 4 laps. Potentially for this race with 4 or 5 laps, yeah. Be about right, but yeah, Martin R, don't run out wide on the green stuff again. He has, but he's been able to keep the grip. Obviously, Leeds flashing, that's because he's on a controller and he hasn't found the flash button to a different button on his left controller stick, which obviously can be off-putting for some of the drivers depending on their driving view. Tim there in 6th place. He's been able to catch these guys up and then just stalled. Hasn't been able to get past these guys because they're just fighting so much. Leeds there. Is he going to be drifting through this left-hander once again? Not as much. Oh, we've got a yellow flag up ahead. It's Toby. Is it Toby? Or is it? Who was it? Oh, that's Fabuki spinning it out of there. I think it was Moose. Yeah, I'm going with it was Moose. Or was it? Nope, there's a car in front of him. It was Toby. Luckily he didn't spin it too bad by the looks of it. So we're trying to find out who it was. Moose was off track there as well, so that wasn't really going to be too good, but yeah. Toby there fighting potentially to try and get this second position. Oh, Tommy went out wide as well, but was able to keep it on track. And Toby there just getting the rear end stepped out, but they're far enough ahead of this battle for 4th place that he hasn't lost any time. And obviously we had Fabuki going off there as well, we had Moose off, so yeah, just obviously maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in for these guys, having to concentrate so hard in this race with all this weather of trying not to bin it, maybe a bit too cautious, and ending up in the gravel. But Midnight there, I say 23s pretty much all around, 19s for Kevin, so still catching 4 seconds a lap, and there was only about 8 seconds, so this could be close for Kevin to catch up to Midnight here, with only a handful of laps left to go. Fat Pickle's there in the 9th place. He's been able to leapfrog Fabuki, looks like from that spin. Moose there, really struggling it seems on this car, or in this car around this track, just not been able to get any consistent lap times, mainly in the 2-minute 30s, so pretty much bidding every lap. Go on, he got a 4-second penalty probably before cutting a corner somewhere. Again, what's lap is he on? 21 to the 24, so he's 3 laps down to the drivers now, just by his mechanics' stupid mistakes, aka me. There's a battle. Oh, Leeds has gone out deep through turn 1. What's happened to Leeds? Because he had to go ahead of Martin R. I didn't see it happen. I thought they were just fighting down the front straight, but yeah, Leeds has got ahead, so it seems to be whoever gets into 4th place just ends up running it through deep through turn 1. But as he joins on track, he's got Tim there on the inside. Is Tim going to get a drive and get ahead of Leeds? Yeah, Leeds backs out of that one. Now he's got dirty on his tyres and running out that wide, and just yields that position to Tim. He drops back to 6th place. Tim back up to 5th now. Who's that? Oh, that's Golden Brownie running out, getting out of the way from these drivers. Coming through at the end of, we got a car off the road. Oh, Toby's off again. Did he do the same mistake again, coming through Degner 1 of running it out wide onto the curbing? Let's have a little look. Yeah, we did. Same mistake from one lap to the next. He got a bit further around the last time round. Luckily, ghosting happens in GT7, because I don't think Moose really would have been able to do much about that. That's just lost him even more time to Tommy in front of him. That's 2 laps in a row that Toby's lost time. Dark Clark there, always picks up the pace now. Back to the 2:19s for Dark Clark. 2:20 for Tommy last time round. Toby there, he's got Moose to contend with, but Moose just breaks and gets out of the way. Knows this isn't his fight. He's a lap down from these guys, but Martin R there, he's been able to pull a little bit of a gap over Tim, it seems, in this part of the race. But look, you can see there's a drying line on this track, so the rain stopped, and obviously with these cars going around, it has got rid of a fair bit of rain or water on the track, but not all of it. As you can still see the spray coming up from the back of these cars as we come through 130R. Midnight in 7th place. He hasn't got caught by Kevin, but if this rain doesn't come back, I think all of Kevin's hard work to try and catch up to Midnight could just fade away. We've got a car going slow. That's Golden Brownie in front of Midnight. Okay, I'm just seeing on the mini-map. Fat Pickles there in 9th place. Fubuki in 10th. Will some of these guys potentially try and come in for fastest lap at the end with the track drying out? But Moose is getting blue flags from Martin Art. I would think, oh, Tim's lost 5th place to lead. It looks like drag race down the start finish straight. 6.5 minutes to go of the race, and he's just been able to get it on the inside of Tim in towards turn 1. Tim does have a look on the exit. We just can't do anything about leads there. Obviously having to give racing room and up there to get on the power as early as he would like. Just allow Leeds to hold that 5th position ahead of Tim. Midnight to Kevin. So, that was Golden Brownie behind. I thought it was Kevin that was closed up. But yeah, there we go. That's the crossover. Kevin is now doing 2:12s to Midnight's 2:10. So yeah, the crossover is literally 3 seconds lap before to then a 2 second swing in 1 lap. So yeah, Midnight looks like if this rain doesn't come back for the last 5 minutes, should be able to hold on to this 6th position. Toby, what's happened to Toby again? Don't tell me he's done the same thing through Degner 2. You'd think he'd learnt already from his 2 previous mistakes. And Moose there, absolutely nowhere to go, punts Toby into the barrier. I'm guessing Moose waits. No, Moose just carries on. It looks like not really much he could have done with a car spinning in front of him, but that's lost Toby from 3rd place down to 6th. All in the last 4 laps really for Toby. I think it was lap 22 that he had his first spin, I think. Was it lap 23? Might have been lap 23. I think it might have been 3 laps in a row there for Toby. So I'd try and take a different line there, Toby. I might keep you from binning it through Degner 2. But that's obviously promoted Martin R to 3rd place, Tim to 4th, and Leeds up to 5th place now, with a Moose in the middle. The front of the race, Dark Clark there. He's got still about 6-7 second lead, yeah, over Tommy. So after that spin that Tommy had, just hasn't been able to close that gap back to Dark Clark. Martin R there, leading the way from this little freeway battle that has been happening for the majority of the second part of this race. And been able to just pull away a little bit from Tim. Tim seems to be struggling here. His fuel light's on, is Tim. Has he got enough fuel to make it to the end? Is that why he's not been able to keep up with Martin R? Oh, Martin R's gone off. Turn 1 again, claims another victim. He runs off. Luckily he stays in 3rd. He's had the pace to keep ahead. Oh, Toby's done it again. It's amazing how many times you can bin it in so many laps. I think that's 4 spins in 4 laps now for Toby, and he hasn't even hit Degner 2. Is he going to be a potential to being overtaken by Midnight here? In 7th. There's about 15 seconds, I would say, because he lost about 5 seconds from that spin between the 2 of them, so anything can happen. Because yeah, Toby done a 2:16 where Midnight done a 2:08, so he gained 8 seconds in 1 lap. Kevin there 2:11, so yeah, Kevin's just dropped off the pace, just can't get the power down on these wet tyres. Fat Pickles in 9th place, just pretty much all by himself. He's got the whole of the first sector by himself. Fubuki is pretty much the same as well, quite a bit of room around him. Moose there, oh, Moose has come into the pit, he's put a fresh set of softs on, so yeah, he's going to try and go for the fastest lap of the race, I would feel. Probably only got 1 chance to do it, which will be his last lap. Golden Brownie, he's now loving it. The track's dried out after 35 minutes of rain. and he's on the right tyre at the right time. It's just a shame he's only 4 laps down. But looks like Dark Clark, is he going to get another lap? Yes, he will. We've got over 2.5 minutes left, and he's doing 2:08, so some of these guys won't be getting another lap. Looks like these 3 will, it looks like. Yeah, Martin R will. Leeds, will he get another lap? Yes. Tim should as well, as long as he does a 2:15 or so. Toby. Oh, Toby. Don't tell me you binned it again. It looks like you've only got 1 more lap to go, Toby, so then you can retire the car and light a match to it. It looks like Midnight there. He has caught up to Toby. He caught 15 seconds that lap, so if Toby done the same again, he's going to lose that 6th place to Midnight. Golden Brownie's actually staying with Midnight now. The softs have come alive, and I know myself, I wanted to go for a move on Midnight, but also I'm 4 laps down. I'm not gaining any positions. But yeah, Moose now, he's on his flying lap. He's got to try and nail a 2:08 dead, pretty much, which is going to be quite hard to do, I feel. But yeah, Tim's just dropped off the back. Leeds running out wide. So yeah, it looks like Tim's really struggling for fuel. To be fair, he could probably back off and not have to go for another lap. I don't think he's got enough fuel. Leeds there running it tight. Martin, he's still got enough fuel for the extra lap as well. Same as Dark Clark and Tommy. Yeah, these two should go around for another lap. Martin, as long as he does a 2:10, 2:15, he'll be fine to go around for another lap. But obviously the tyres are not looking too nice for Martin R on the front of that Porsche. I wonder if you put the brake bias to the rear, just try and help them front tyres out, but it looks like he's going to get around for another lap. Leeds there, he's gone gravel on the exit of 130R. He's going to be on the inside of Tim. No, Tim goes around the outside, but we know Tim's going to be low on fuel, probably not wanting to go for another lap, but having to. Or is he? Is the timer going to be up before he crosses the line? No, it's not. He's going to have to go for 1 more. He braked to not make it across, but had to go round for 1 more. So Toby's going to finish in 6th place. Lost 3 positions in the last 10 minutes or so. Midnight's going to come across in 7th. Golden Brownie in 12th. Moose there in the background in 11th. Kevin there, he's going to come across to finish in 8th place. Somehow made them wets last in the drying track. So not too bad. Obviously that early pit stop did cost Kevin quite a bit of time. Fat Pickles there in 9th place. Obviously he had an early pit stop as well, so just dropped him back from the pack and just couldn't seem to catch back up. Finishes in 9th for Fat Pickles. Fabuki's going to finish in 10th because he can't get overtaken by Moose. He's already finished. Moose finished on lap 27 as well, so yeah, Fabuki will finish in 10th. Let's just jump forward a second. Tim there. Oh, Tim's run out of fuel. Tim has run out of fuel. Leeds there. You don't know what's happened to Leeds, but he's binned it somewhere. I'll just jump to Fabuki as he crosses the line to finish in 10th. So Tim's going to get overtaken here by Leeds by the looks of it. Leeds is running low on fuel as well, but has made it past Tim. But Dark Clark is coming through the last corner now, pretty much first from the start, comes across to win this race at Suzuka. Tommy there pushed him majority of the way, just that one little mistake, and it's cost him potentially the win, but yeah, good 2nd place there for Tommy. Martin R, absolutely, wow, pretty good fight there for that 3rd place with Leeds. I did see Leeds was off, but Leeds has got no tyres. Martin R has got no tyres. They're across the line with tyres, but yeah, with this drying track, it's just a struggle to get around. But yeah, Martin R, he's going to come across to finish in 3rd place. I don't know if we're going to run out of time. We've got about another 15 seconds before I really want to push it. But it looks like Lees is going to come across to finish in 4th place. Just a little fraction of fuel and no front tyres. And looks like Tim will finish in 5th as he just pulls along at 50 mile an hour. But obviously, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button, consider subscribing, and then I'll just watch this out until Tim finishes. So thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.